Greetings. Today we have another topic. Today I'm going to talk about creativity as a collective. Now, this may be new, but generally speaking, a lot of people have, I don't know if it's a misconception, but the idea that everything they do is their own. What does that mean? What does that mean? When you draw a drawing or you write a poem or you come up with an idea that it is your own original idea, you came up with it, it's yours, and nothing can take that away, right? Um, well, while I'm not specifically against that, I always caution that you be very careful with what you associate with your identity. So, generally speaking, I am a guy who follows the model a great writer steals, right? So, what you do is you read five great authors, you steal what you like about each one, and you form your own style from it. Now, a lot of people, especially young people, young artists, young everybody, right? Young everybody, they're all about like coming up with their own thing, regardless of what other people do, and that's fine. But usually you end up sucking because you are reinventing the wheel. Somebody already built the wheel. We're already at this level of wheel design. You have to step up here and then, expand. Unless your wheel is relatively new, like it's a new genre or something. And even then, people borrow ideas. They take them. It's not even stealing. It's not considered stealing. You're not stealing characters. You're stealing concepts, right? A lot of people do it. A lot of people get inspired by others. What does being inspired means, right? Maybe you didn't steal the idea per se, but you took it from him. It originated from that source, which brings me to the title of this video: creativity as a collective. I read a little bit of Carl Jung, if any of the people know him, and he talks about the creative unconscious. Now, the creative unconscious is like a very big idea that I will not even pretend that I can explain it at this level of my understanding of it. But generally speaking, rules like if we're gonna put the too long didn't read. All of us are united by the same collective unconscious, and anything that we exert that seems like instinct, right? Like, oh, you do this by nature, or this idea came to me. I don't know what happened. All of those come from the pool of collective unconscious. And if one man learns a skill in like Cambodia, right? The chance, like for the first time in the human existence, this happened there. It's more likely to happen, I don't know, in Estonia or something. I don't know why I'm bringing weird country names, but yeah, like the idea is, even though those people have not met or had any direct contact, the chances of that second person learning increases because of the collective unconscious. Now, this isn't scientifically proven, but bear with me here. That's the idea of the collective unconscious, and the way I see it is because of this concept. I say that creativity in general is more of a collective affair than an individual affair. What does that mean? Creativity generally happens from people bouncing ideas off each other, right? And collecting and condensing and creating, failing and succeeding at these particular fields of their choice, right? And here's the thing: no matter how original you are, no matter what, you took something from somebody, either a tool, like a brush, if you're an artist, a pen, if you're a writer, um, or you borrowed the concept from them, which is maybe you don't have the pen, but you still talked like and all that. There isn't something that you can 100% call your own because you are not living in your own head. Well, you are, but that head is a projection, has a has the projection of the entire world in it. That level of information you're being provided with every second must be included in your creative process. And because we're all saying the same thing, um, that gives us a level of connection in our creativity, regardless of how different or similar it is. So, what I'm saying here is like a lot of people are very individualistic when it comes to their creativity. And I don't mean private or shy, that's fine. I'm talking about they refuse to take advice, they refuse to take input. Any critique is considered like an attempt to sabotage their work and make it not their own, right? And all of those things. Like people shut down, don't take advice, never improve. Not because they don't ask for improvement, but because they don't listen to the idea that creativity is a collective process. And therefore, even though you want to do it on your own, you must include people in some aspect of it. Especially if you're gonna share it, a lot of people, like on the Instagrams, right? On the Instagrams, like when they do their thing, it's just stupid, right? It's just they post their shit. They don't want improvements. They don't want anything. They just want you to look at their shit and be like, oh, "That is so unique. That is so beautiful. You are great, man." Let me write comments about how I always wanted to draw but I never could, and thank you for following your dreams, right? No, no, no. That is unacceptable. Why? Because as somebody who promotes very adamantly the idea of working hard and chasing your dreams and doing the things you like and never letting anybody stop you from doing the hobbies you like and the things you want to do within reason. Um, Still, I have to dismiss you as a cockroach if you do not extend your creativity in such a way that people are able to not only receive it but also be able to like provide for it, nurture it with you. And the nurturing cannot be major, like, oh, let's make polls on what the character should do next, you know? No. It's more like, okay, book sales tell you whether you're doing well or not, whether the story took the right direction. I guess in volumes like in comics and that, it shows reviews, discussions, ideas, fan interactions, and it cannot always be the public crowd. It can be friends. Like like my dream is to have like five writers, right? A writers group, five writers, and all of us are working on separate books. And if we ever need advice, we just dump it into that group, and we analyze and expand. And then the writer does what he wants. And the idea is, it's like a small safe haven where a writer can come and tell about his problems with his story and what can be done to fix it. That would be a great idea, right? Just small private hangouts where people exchange their creativity and treat creativity well as a collective. You know, you're struggling with how to transition from point A to point B in the story because point C you already know, and from B to C you know it, but A to B sounds bad. Well, how about you talk to somebody? How about you talk to a fellow writer? Tell them your problem. They present like solutions or their own creative solutions, and if they work, you take those and apply them back. It's not particularly difficult, not particularly annoying. It's beneficial and it's expensive. I don't get why people don't do it, but they don't because they want to be original. And we're back here again in the same rant, right? So yeah, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this thing, on this concept, creativity as a collective. And I'll see you on the next one.